It is the week of the Sephora VIB sale, and I wanted to make some amazing recommendations to you with my tried and true beauty products. I know I don't post as much makeup on this channel as I used to, mostly because the fragrance releases have been very much out of control this year, so that's kind of taken up a lot of my video space on this channel. But don't worry, like, I still have a ton of fun makeup I want to share with you guys today. I still use makeup all the time behind the scenes, even if I'm not necessarily talking about it all the time. So I have a lot of fun videos in store for you this week, and I wanted to kick off the week going over my must-haves from the Sephora sale, my must-have makeup items. A lot of these you've probably heard me mention before because they are tried and true favorites, with a few new ones thrown in as well. Now, I know this Sephora sale isn't much of a sale, but they really don't give us a lot. This is kind of the big event of the year. They do it twice a year, and if you guys are a Rouge status, you're going to get 20% off of your purchase, which I know doesn't seem like much, but when there is very minimal savings, a lot of us get excited about it. Of course, we do have Black Friday coming up too, so keep that in mind. There may be some better deals on the brand websites this year if there's stuff you're wanting, but if you're looking to do a one-stop shop at Sephora, purchase some of those gift sets that sell out, then this may be a good time to shop. But I love to kind of purchase a few new releases that I'm curious about and also restock on some of my favorite things that I go through the most. So this is going to start on October 31st for Rouge status, so top tier status gets to shop first. This sale is going to last through the 10th of November. So Rouge is getting 20% off. If you're a VIB status, you're going to get 15% off, which is still a great deal. That's going to start on November 4th through the 10th. And if you are an insider, it's going to be 10%. So not the best. You're definitely going to find better deals during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and I bet there's going to be a lot of fun stuff coming up this holiday season. You guys also get to shop on November 4, but something to keep in mind, every single tier gets 30% off the Sephora collection. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. I did throw a couple of my few favorite Sephora collection items in this video as well. So yeah, just a little intro. I'll have those dates in the description box as well as links to the products. And I also like to throw them up if you prefer to shop right through this video here on YouTube Shopping. But let's go ahead and get into my recommendations. So let's start with our base, my skincare, and almost like makeup prep in one. You guys know if you watched my last recommendations, but it's going to the Ilia Face Base Milk. I love this, my skin loves this, and I highly recommend checking this out. Of course, I have used this through, so I am repurchasing one for this event because it is something I use a lot. Maybe I'll even get two because I do use this almost daily. It's really like one of the only moisturizers I use. I'll use this for makeup prep. Makes your makeup go on beautifully and keeps your skin hydrated throughout the day without being too greasy. Does not break me out, which is so important. A lot of skin milks have some pore clogging ingredients in them. This one does not. So if you are acne prone, this is a really good one to look into. It's like a milky consistency, so it's liquidy when you put it on, but it has a thickness to it. So it's not going to be like a watery thickness, but more of like a thick, almost heavy cream type of consistency. And it's really going to hydrate the skin and also leave a little bit of a glow behind. So I use this morning and night. It's literally one of the only skincare products I use. My cleansers and stuff are actually from Ulta, so can't really recommend though any of those for the sale, but I absolutely will recommend the Ilia Face Base Milk. I've tried every skin milk on the market, and there is some good ones, you know, at Walmart too. I love that bubble one, but let me tell you, this is my number one. It is pricey, but for me it is worth it, especially if you're acne prone. And if you're oily as well, which a lot of these recommendations will be for oily skin, this is not too heavy, so it's the perfect like prep before your makeup and just a nice lightweight moisturizer. For foundation, I wanted to mention too, because I do have my tried and true one size. This one became a favorite for me when it launched last year. This brand has amazing products for oily skin. Love this stuff. If you guys like full coverage, you want to look flawless, but you don't want a heavy foundation. This is not heavy at all. It's actually very lightweight. This is so good. It's going to give you that full coverage, all day wear, and also keep you shine free throughout the day. This is my go-to, like when I have a photo shoot, I want my skin to look its best and I want a little bit more coverage. This is what I use. So it's like my top tier. When I want to be looking good, this is what I am going for. The one size turn up the base full beat liquid foundation. Again, oily skin, if you have combo skin, please check this out. It is so good. I have a bunch of different shades because yeah, it's like my #1 foundation. I did use up one already this year, so we're going through it pretty quick and it is a must-have for me. Now I also have a new one to throw in the mix this year. This has really been impressing me since I got it. This is the new Natasha Denona High Glam Foundation. Big fan of Natasha's like eyeshadow products, but I don't try a ton of face stuff, but I am so impressed with this. This is the one I have on right now, and I will say this also wears beautifully. So if you're kind of thinking between this or the one size, there is some differences you might be interested in hearing. So the one size I would say is going to be a bit more coverage than the Natasha Denona High Glam. This one is still great coverage though, but this one's more of like a serum consistency, so I feel like this one's even more lightweight, and it's more of a medium, but still it does cover a lot. And I feel like this one just seems a little bit more hydrating than the one size one does. So if you're looking for a little bit more something moisturizing, lightweight, more serum-like, not skin tint, because again, this still covers a lot. This is so good, and I've been so impressed with how it's wearing. You would think for something more of a serum, a little bit more dewy than let's say the one size, that it wouldn't last throughout the day, but I've had no issue. I've been wearing this on my mini trips I've been going on lately. I've been taking it everywhere with me, and every single time, like, I haven't had time to touch up my face and it still looks good from the morning to the evening, which is amazing, but also with the skin prep products as well. So really love this stuff so far, and I think it's definitely going to be a new favorite for me. Both of these are really great. I would maybe wear the Natasha more every day, this one more special occasion. I think I need to get like my self-tan shade in this because I love it so much. I meant to mention this earlier in the video, in the skin prep, but this is, of course, if you haven't heard me talk about this already, I think I mentioned it about every single Sephora video. It's the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. One of the most, I'm going to call it a miracle product because it truly is a miracle product. This has been a savior for my oily skin. I could never find a matte primer that actually works and looks good on the skin without being too drying. This is incredible. So I have this little mini one right here. I always get little travel sizes with my points perks and stuff, but I don't know if they sell this size. I'll have to find it down below. I have the full size too, but I've been trying to use up these minis here, and this is just a translucent color. They do have tinted ones as well if you kind of want to wear it as a very light skin tint, but this is magical. It's literally a balm, so it's a little weird when you put it on the skin. You would think a balm product is going to get greasy throughout the day. No, because it dries down to a powder. So you kind of have to get past that initial point where it feels a little funny on the skin. You're like, what is going on here? And then you have to see the magic happen once you wear it throughout the day. This really does blur the skin and smooth everything, which is also why sometimes I'll just wear this by itself just to kind of perfect things. But it is magical when you pair it with your foundation. I can't believe like how this really keeps the oils from coming through. So this is a savior for me, especially in the summer when it's really hot, but also like when I know I need my makeup to last, I don't have time to touch up. This is always what I'm going to go for. Danessa Myricks makes some amazing products. For concealer, I'm still going to mention my favorite. This one is so underrated. The Laura Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Concealer. This one, I feel like it gives a medium coverage, so it's not super full, it's not super thick or cakey because it is a serum consistency. And as I'm getting older, I'm noticing those fine lines stand out a little bit more. I like having this more serum, more hydrating concealer under my eyes, something not so thick and heavy. Sometimes those thicker ones, they do cake up a little bit. You're gonna see the creases a little bit more. With this one, since it is more moisturizing, I feel like it's actually hydrating a bit more and you're not noticing the creasing quite as much as you would more of a full coverage one. So this still covers my darkness, does what it needs to do with lasting all day, but seriously, it is so underrated. I feel like no one talks about it, and it's literally one of the best concealers out there. Now, if I was going to recommend one newer-ish palette for this sale, I am going to go with Natasha Denona. This is their new Eye Sculpt Texture Tone palette. This is the warm version. They came out with a cool one and a warm one, and it's kind of meant to be more of like a contoury eye palette, but this one I feel like has some more shimmers in it. So for me, this is kind of like a more condensed version, more smaller pans of their Biba palette, if you guys remember that one. This one's definitely a little more affordable than that. That one was like in the $100 range. I know she doesn't make those big ones anymore, but I love the tones in this. And as you guys know, I have not been doing as many extravagant looks lately. So when I demoed this for you, I'm using the mattes in this video, so I did not put the shimmers on camera, but I'm gonna throw up the swatches of this. But honestly, I've been using a lot of matte shadows and throwing on a liquid eyeshadow lately is kind of what I've been doing. But this is a great all-in-one palette too, because there is some beautiful metallics in here. And if you're looking for just a nice warm neutral palette, I really like this one from Natasha, and it is one of her newer releases. She just does such a great job with her palettes. She has pigmented mattes that still blend out very smoothly, and the metallics are stunning in here. So this is great, especially for the fall and winter months. I think this one's even better than the cool tone one because this one has some more shimmers in it. So I feel like this is more of an all-in-one kind of palette, but this has every tone you could ever need for the eyes, so I do recommend this a lot. And I did want to demo this today as well because I've been loving a liquid shadow just all over the lid, just keeping things simple lately, which I feel like has been kind of the trend in makeup. Sometimes I just don't want to spend a lot of time, but I still want my eyeshadow to look pretty. That's where I go for something more like this, and these are pricey, but I've been so impressed with them. The Giorgio Armani eye tints. This is one of their sparkle ones. It's called 68S for sparkle. So freaking beautiful. These also last really well on the eyes. I feel like they dry down pretty quickly and they're not really going to budge. They're one of the better ones out there, and I would recommend this over an eyeshadow crayon just because I feel like this has longer wear power, if that makes sense. But a beautiful color, a gorgeous bronze with some shimmer and sparkle in there. It's pigmented. When you blend it out, it doesn't blend away to nothing. So this is top tier. I could see why it is that luxury price point because it performs better than a lot of other ones I've tried. I had to mention this Makeup by Mario eyeliner. It's been a favorite of mine lately because I feel like it just gives you that perfect smoky kind of smudged out under eye, which I love. So this is the brown color that I use probably the most. Perfect brown. Sometimes black I feel like can be a little bit too harsh, so I do prefer this brown color. I got so many compliments from you guys whenever I wear this. I've even tried out the purple one. You guys seem to love that. But these are great. They're very creamy. You can put them on the under eyes, but the best part is it has a little smudger at the end, so you can just smudge it underneath and create that smoky effect. So you don't have to go in with another brush or anything. But this is ultimately the most long-wearing eyeliner I have tried. It lasts so long on the waterline, which is hard to do because we're always like kind of tearing up, or if our eyes are watering, it's gonna fade really quick there. But this actually does last all day. It is hard to find a good pencil eyeliner that actually lasts. So I've been really impressed with the Makeup by Mario one. For mascara, I know it's hard to pick a high-end one because there's so many good affordable ones out there, but this is seriously top tier and I would spend the money on it. It's the YSL. This is their Lash Clash mascara. I know it's YSL. Is it really worth it for a mascara? But trust me, this is one of the best I've tried for a few reasons. First of all, it gives amazing length, amazing volume. Second of all, it does not transfer. This will stay on the eyes all day, does not clump, transfer, or flake. Third of all, it actually is kind of hard to remove because it does last so long. So that can be like the only gripe with it, but it's going to last all day. The lashes are going to stay volumized and lifted. It seriously gives me the best looking lashes of all my mascaras, even my affordable ones. It does have a thicker brush, but this stuff is incredible if you're looking for just, you know, perfect lashes that look like falsies. I don't have much to work with, but this definitely makes a huge difference. For powder, it's always going to be this one right here. Okay, the Huda Beauty. This is the Easy Bake powder. I use the shade Pound Cake. You can use this under the eyes, and I'm using it today, and you can see an instant difference. It is instantly going to blur, and it's going to take some of that shine down, which I do use a lot of powder because I'm oily, so I do start out with a lot, and then like my natural oils do come through throughout the day, but not overly so where I'm looking like a greasy mess. But this just looks so good. It smooths everything. It smooths fine lines and it blurs and just looks so perfected and mattify. So it does seriously everything. I've tried so many powders, but I always this is always top tier, and I don't think anything could ever beat this. For my bronzer, I actually picked a cream one out today because this is my most used like bronzer product, and it is from Makeup by Mario, and it is their Soft Sculpt Skin Enhancer. This is either a perfect cream contour base, or you can use it by itself like I did today for more of a natural look. Now this is a cream, but it is insanely easy to work with. It's going to look a little more natural. It is very natural, so I did get the medium shade in this to give me a little bit more pigment. It blends like a dream. You cannot mess this up. It's never going to look bad. And what I apply it with, and I would recommend buying during the sale as well, is the Makeup by Mario F4 brush. I use this for all my cream bronzers and my powder ones as well. It's a duo brush. This has the perfect slight slant to really get into those cheekbones, and if you want even more precision, you can use this end that's a little bit smaller, but this has replaced all of my other bronzing contour brushes and has become my top favorite. It doesn't go on sale very much, so I would recommend picking this up for the sale if you're looking for a good contour brush, because this is perfect. And it's 2-in-1. Like I said, it works really well with creams, also your liquids, and it's going to work well with your powders too. But yeah, I really like this. It doesn't have too much shine or anything or glow. I just feel like it gives either the perfect base or just a nice cream natural finish. For blush, I wanted to recommend these from Huda Beauty again. These are my favorite liquid blushes. They are so freaking good. They are so easy to work with, and they have some beautiful colors in the range. So I have this one for more fall time. It's more of a kind of reddish berry. It's called Strawberry Cream from Huda. These smell so good. They all smell very fruity. They kind of remind me of lip smackers a little bit. I personally like to put these on my hand and then blend my brush over, but you absolutely can apply them straight to the cheeks because they are the easiest liquid formula to work with. They do not patch up at all. They are so natural. Like, you can even see when I demoed it, I had a lot of product on, but you could see how easily that just blended out. So it's natural. You can make it as natural as you want, as dark or pigmented as you want as well. They are so good. I have every single color and I love them so much. If you want a more powder blush, this is kind of a duo with cream and powder, but I still absolutely love my Patrick Ta duos. Some of my favorite blushes in my collection, probably my most used color, which I think is the perfect just everyday natural blush color, is called Not Too Much. Like, look at this. This is beautiful, especially if you have more fair skin like I do. I just used the powder today right on top of the Huda one just to add a little bit more color, but it is that perfect, just nice natural rose pink. So pretty, and the cream you can put right on top to add a little bit more pigment and glow. I also love, if you are looking for a pink, this is just enough. Gorgeous light baby doll pink. So pretty. I've used these obviously for many years. That's why the packaging is so messy. They are some of my favorite blushes, and yeah, I would absolutely recommend picking up one or picking up a new shade. They're always adding new shades in their collections, but these two are my favorite, which I will have those just in the description box. Now the Sephora collection also has some great brushes, and I did apply the Patrick Ta blush with the Sephora Pro Blush Brush 99. Great little brush here that you can get the perfect amount. It kind of diffuses it a little bit without distributing too much on the cheeks. So these do count for the 30% off, so I would absolutely recommend checking those out. I don't love the bronzer brushes as much as I do the Makeup by Mario, so I would definitely go for the Makeup by Mario F4. But if you're looking for eye brushes, blush brushes, powder brushes, I use their powder brush. Let me see. I don't know where I put it right now. I think it's in my travel brush case, but I definitely recommend checking out the Sephora brushes as well. In their Pro line, you also get the 30% on these. For my brows, I really enjoy this Merit brow pencil. Now, I have been a Benefit girl. The Precisely My Brow has been my favorite for years, but I think I have a new favorite from Merit. This is their Brow 1990. It's a gel pencil, which is interesting, but I feel like it's so much more creamier than the Benefit. It is a little bit darker, but I've kind of been needing that lately because my brows have just gotten a lot more sparse as the years have gone on. So I've really needed a little bit more color. I need to work in a little bit more false hairs, I guess you could say. So I love the look of this, and I have the taupe color, which is perfect. I do have a little bit more low lights now than I usually do, so I feel like this is perfect. But wow, this is so easy to use, and it does last. Even being a gel, it doesn't like fade off throughout the day. It's going to last all day and still look natural. So I've really been enjoying this. I think it's definitely going to replace my Benefit for me. It's so good. I need to buy a new one of these as well, but I also love to pair it with the Rare Beauty Brow Wax. This is my favorite like brow setting gel. I, again, have really short, sparse brows, so I just want a little bit of lift and thickness, and I feel like this is the perfect consistency that's not crunchy, but it still has really good hold. I really need to get a new one. I've pretty much used this up, but this stuff is really great too. It's lasted me a long time for this small of a bottle because you only need a little bit, but this has lasted me a couple of years. I think we're on to lips now, so I just have a few favorites I want to mention. I didn't want to overwhelm you with products, so I kind of just picked stuff from each category. Oh, I have my setting spray too, but let's talk about these lip balms. These are from Edam, and they have become my favorite lip balm. I just got one of their new shades, but I would recommend honestly any of them, but I really like this new one. This is their Pain au Chocolat. That's French. I don't know how to say it, but you know, those French croissants with the chocolate inside. So this is that color, and they do smell like the name. So yummy. This color is a gorgeous, I would say rosy brownie nude, but these balms have the metal applicator, so they're cooling, which feels so good on the lips. They're also a little more thicker and pigmented and glossy, so they look gorgeous if you're looking for like a lip balm that actually has color. I know some of like the Summer Fridays, the Road can be a little more sheer, so I like that these are actually very pigmented, so you can just wear them as your lip color throughout the day, because I do like a little color. So love this new shade. I don't know if it's sold out. These do sell out very quick though, and they usually don't have a good discount on these. I think 20% might be the best you can get, so I would absolutely recommend. And I feel like they aren't really talked about that much. Everyone's always talking about either Summer Fridays or Road, and these honestly are even better. The last lip product is going to be my Lawless Forget the Filler glosses. I recommend these every single year. They are so good, and they did come out with some new ones with Love Shack Fancy. So if you want some really cute packaging, these are adorable, and this is such a good color. I have it on with the Sephora lip liner right now. It's more of a sheer, more sparkle, cool tone. This is in Bloom Heirloom, but you get that gorgeous packaging, and I love the almost frosty shimmer that these have. It brings me back to like the 90s, but how pretty is this? This one almost smells more bubblegummy than their other ones, but I have so many of these glosses. Like, look at my cherry one. It is almost gone. I use the crap out of them. They are one of the thickest glosses, which I love because they look really plump on the lips. They look very juicy, and the thicker the gloss, the longer it's going to last throughout the day. So if you want that long wear, these are what you want to go for. I don't find them to be like necessarily sticky or anything like that, but they are a little bit thicker, but I prefer that. These are my go-to. They make your lips look so good, so full and volumized, but look at that sparkle though. I love this new Love Shack Fancy color. So definitely check out this collab. I could see this selling out during the sale since it is limited edition. Of course, for setting spray, I do have a new one that I like, and it's from my love, Danessa Myricks. Usually I do recommend the one size, but I've honestly almost been liking this one a bit more, especially for oily skin. It's their, again, Yummy Skin line, the Liquid Blurring Balm Mattifying Setting Spray. Now I will apply this, and you will see it's not going to look matte on the skin. Your skin will still look like skin, but it definitely keeps my makeup looking amazing throughout the day. It doesn't make it extra cakey or dry looking at all, but this is so lightweight, whereas the one size over here, this can sometimes feel a little heavy or sticky on the skin, but this definitely is going to make your makeup like bulletproof, but I honestly feel like this does too. And it definitely helps with the oil control as well, so I really love this. It doesn't feel like anything. It doesn't smell like hairspray, so that's nice. It's just a nice fine mist here, and it works so well. So anything in the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin line, I really enjoy. I would recommend anything. Like, she's an amazing makeup artist, and I love that she makes a lot of products for oily skin, but she does have some stuff for dry skin too. Really quick, I do want to recommend these two holiday things that I have picked up recently. Now, holiday sets are going to sell fast, especially this is going to be one that's going to sell out, I guarantee it, during the sale. This is the Kosas Blush Trio. I made sure to get mine early, and this is so good. Okay, so I already love these Kosas blushes. This comes with a trio of 3 minis, so I just wanted to show you guys these real fast because I think it's something definitely to look at during the sale. It's $33 for these, which I feel like one of the full sizes is that, and you're basically getting a little more than a full size, plus a few different options. I mean, it's going to take a long time to go through one of those full sizes, so I kind of like having the minis. So these are really nice fall and winter tones. We have Euphoria, which is one of their regular shades that they sell. Gorgeous Mauve. I think this is a new one called Dare, and this is going to be more of like a orangey tone. Very pretty still on the cheeks. And then you have this more winey red color too. So something that's going to be so pretty, especially for the winter. I love having those darker tones for the blush with a light hand on more fair skin. This is beautiful, but this will also be beautiful on medium and deeper skin tones. So I did want to recommend this set if you're looking at it. I have a few of these full-size blushes from Kosas, and they are beautiful. I love the marble texture. It's going to give a soft amount of color, but it has a little bit of a, almost not necessarily shine, but it has a glow to it. So there's not sparkle, but they are glowy, so they're almost like a highlight blush in one in a way, but not super glowy. And of course I have to mention the Hourglass palettes. These do usually sell out every sale. I know Hourglass comes out with these every year, so if you already have a few, you may not really be interested in this because there is going to be some repeating shades. But if you're looking for a great gift or just an all-in-one palette, I have really been happy with this one this year, which is the Swan one. I ended up picking up this while I was in New York. I wasn't going to, but then swatching it, I was like, this one kind of looks more unique than some of the other ones I've had. I feel like this is the more medium tone one, but what's great about this is, first of all, the Hourglass powders are beautiful. They literally look filtered on the skin. They are stunning. So they have a little bit of glow to them, but they are just some of the best quality cheek products out there. This one comes with the finishing powder in Dim Light, which you can use all over the face or you can use under the eyes. It has a very subtle glow. We also have this highlight in Golden Hour and a bronzer here. This is the bronzer in Natural Bronze, which I do use on me. 3 blushes in here. So the blush colors are Luminous Coral. I've honestly been loving this peach one. This is Sunset Flush, and we have this gorgeous marbled one called Mauve Fusion. These are more natural on the face, but your face looks incredibly smooth and filtered with these powders. So I recommend trying one if you haven't yet, and I really love the Swan one this year. Hopefully these are in stock because I totally forgot to check. Otherwise, I'll link them on the Hourglass site. You guys know I'm pretty big into body care, and I do like a lot of affordable body care, but if I was going to get 2 things to check out that are a little bit more spendy at Sephora, I would absolutely recommend the Fenty Skin Butter Drops. These are beautiful. They have a bunch of scents. If you're looking at the caramel one, I would definitely get that now because that is something that I think is going to sell out. The lotion already sold out in it, but these Butter Drops are gorgeous too. They're like a lotion to oil finish, so they're going to give your skin this gorgeous glow. This here is their vanilla one, which also smells like a toasted vanilla. The scent is not too overpowering, which is nice, but oh, the moisture and the texture of these is everything. So I would definitely recommend, I think the vanilla is on Sephora back for the holidays, and the caramel, that one's definitely going to sell out in my opinion. If you want to splurge on a really nice body wash, Sol de Janeiro is always where it's at, especially this right here, the Delicia Drench. I love their 59 scent, so this is going to be the same scent as 59. It's a gorgeous sugary violet with like vanilla frosting. Weird, I know. A lot of people compare it to like the Fleur Vanilla Skin or the Ariana Grande Macaron, the Plush Notes or whatever it's called. Very beautiful. I love this so much. Very sweet vanilla with a tiny bit of like floral woody tones. But the shower oil version is so nice because it's going to give you that moisture, which is great to have, especially in those colder months where our skin starts to get really dry. But it just gives the ultimate just luxe shower experience. It smells amazing and it just kind of makes me happy for the day when I have this amazing scent in the shower, but also has some good skincare benefits. Now to finish off, I do have a few hair products I want to mention before I run out of battery here. I will be including some body care if I do the fragrance video, so hopefully I can get that done. But I did mention this and I think last year's video, but I need to buy a new one of these. I'm out. This is the Pureology Color Fanatic, just their leave-in spray. That's pretty much one of the only products I use right when I get out of the shower. This leave-in does everything from detangling to heat protection. It literally has 21 benefits. I always recommend doing a leave-in so you're not doing too much damage when you're brushing your hair while it's wet. But yeah, clearly I love this stuff. Also, I use this is a newer product for me. I finally tried out this Kerastase elixir, the Camellia Elixir Ultime. I don't know. They always have their stuff in French, but I didn't expect to love this as much as I do. I do like to use this, again, once I wash my hair, I do my leave-in, I brush through, and then I'll apply just like maybe 1 or 2 drops of this, not much. So this is like a hydrating hair oil, which I do find my ends can get a little dry. And so this is like a hydrating hair oil, which I do find my ends can get a little dry. I am very impressed by this because I have very fine hair, so my hair is gonna get very oily fast, especially if I'm using like an oil like this. But this is actually very, very lightweight, so it never makes my hair look greasy or oily. So I'm very impressed with that, how lightweight it is. I feel like my hair has been so much healthier lately, and I've been getting it to grow, which is very rare. I feel like it usually stops at one point. I did just get it cut recently because I try to keep up on my haircuts. I know some people are like, oh yeah, I only cut once a year, but I do every few months. But I feel like it's been growing pretty well. I feel like this has really helped with those ends and just keeping them hydrated and healthy and shiny looking. Like you can see, I improve. I highlight my hair and color it all the time, and I feel like my hair looks pretty healthy. I very rarely have damage on my ends. So really love this stuff. I know it's pricey, but like start out with a small one. That's what I do, and this has lasted me quite a while. And of course I don't wash my hair every day, but it has lasted me a few months already. So I've really been enjoying this. If you're looking for a nice, very lightweight oil, I would only use it on wet hair though, and probably not dry hair. And lastly, I have to talk about this. I know I talked about it last time, but this has been the it dry shampoo for me. I'm so impressed with this K18. I feel like they make such innovative products. You can rarely find them on sale, but their air wash dry shampoo, this is so interesting. It is a liquid dry shampoo. I'll put in just a tiny bit right now. I just used some this morning. A little goes a long way. I'll do like maybe 2 sprays, but like that's all I'm gonna do for now, because if you start going crazy with this, it is going to be too much, because as it is a liquid right now, it's going to dry into a powder. So I like to kind of zhuzh it in there, and it's instantly going to take away the oiliness. It's worked better than any dry shampoo I've had, because most times I'll have to reapply the next day. If I don't want to wash my hair, I'll have to apply my dry shampoo again. I can go like 2-3 days with just this, using it one time, and it will last 3 days. That's crazy. So I've been impressed. I feel like it's so innovative and it works so well, and it doesn't leave a really like heavy, thick, dry residue, which is also really nice. So if you have not tried this yet, they do make travels if you want to test it out. Always recommend trying like the travel size first. It's worth it. Best dry shampoo, and it lasts a long time because you only need a tiny bit. Do not overspray this. So those are my Sephora VIB sale recommendations, my top picks, tried and true products. Of course, I will be talking about some more new stuff, but these are the ones that absolutely made the cut. Like if I lost all my makeup, this is what I would have to go out and buy first. These are incredible products that I've talked about many times on my channel, and a couple of new things as mentioned. Let me know if you guys have any recommendations for me, anything like you've absolutely been loving. What's at the top of your list? Are you shopping this sale, or are you waiting to see what other deals we're gonna get for like Black Friday and stuff like that? but I do love the Sephora event. I personally just like to try a couple new things at a discount, and it's just an easy one-stop shop for everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for some more Sephora sale content in my haul on Friday, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.